We just arrived at the exhibition area in Vienna and we are about to go and see some new cars at the Vienna Autoshow. And for this we're gonna take now 3 hours and hope you have fun. Just arrived indoor and there are a lot of people, as you see, and I hope we can sit into the cars and look at the interior, but now I'm a bit afraid that there are too many people and yeah, it's gonna be weird. She looks so business and I look like shit, but I hadn't time to dress up like a rich car buyer. So I'm gonna look like a hippie and she's the business girl. You look good. I like that. That's a BMW 5 Series, the new one. Full electronic display. It looks awesome. I like it. Just left BMW. Pretty interesting new models, especially the 5 Series, and she's looking for a new car, and I think the 3 Series and the 5 Series are pretty interesting for her. But as usual, BMW has a pretty high price label, but okay, perhaps in leasing it's possible to get one done. Just look behind me, it's the Honda NSX. That's a nice car, do you like it?
Yeah, it's like
It's pretty sporty. It's the first time I see this car live and yes, it looks amazing. It looks amazingly. But I think the new Ford GT looks pretty similar to this car, so this car is a lot cheaper and not much slower. So gonna be sold. I like it. And it's not even that expensive as I expected. Just behind me, the Range Rover Evoque Cabrio. And that's an interesting car because it's an SUV as a cabriolet. And I like this concept. But to pay nearly 70,000 euros in Austria for this car, no, that's not worth it. 70! Jaguar F-Type Type R. That's a really sporty car. I like the style. I don't like the color. I wouldn't buy an orange car, but that's an interesting car. It's a 2-seater, I like it, and I think it's nearly worth the money you have to spend for it. We are now standing in front of the Tesla Model X, and that's a really big car. Just look. And these doors which open like this, I like that, but in our garage it would be a problem. Even this car isn't that expensive as it might be. No. It's worth the money because it's full electrical. I think we would buy one if we have 100,000 euros. Aber kostet mehr. Sitting in the Model X. Doors opening. Doors open. Sincerely, we are on the at the Toyota stand, but not interested at all in Toyotas. I think they seem more innovative than they are, because this car look a bit fancy, but not timeless. They look not interesting car. Aston Martin. Just finished with the first haul, and now we change location and get into the second haul with cars. I'm a bit disappointed now because I expected much more cars and much more interesting cars, but this year it seems like they are, I don't know, they don't want to show anything, or Austria is a too small market for them to have premieres. Just BMW had an Austrian and a European premiere because you were allowed to sit in the 5 Series, but okay, that wasn't that interesting. And now entering Hall D, where we expect to see the new VWs. Nein, habe ich nicht. Okay, now we are sitting in the new 7 Series in the new Golf 7. It's a facelift model, and I thought I liked it more, but now I think the 7 Golf, which her mother has, seems to be a bit more quality, and this one is a bit too much plastic. That's the new VW Tiguan. Pretty interesting car for a daily commuter, but and also for this price label it seems a bit cheap. It costs nearly 50,000 euros as it is here with the VW R line, but we just left the Audi stand, and as you know we both drive Audis, so we are pretty interested in new ones. And the new Q7 is a really nice car. I really like the big wheels. They have 22 inches standard, that's good. And the new A5 Sportback is a really nice car. It looks a bit like a Tesla, but in Audi quality. Nice. Little problem with Audi, the price tags get higher and higher and higher, and you don't get more value for the money. So why not buy a used one and save about 30,000 euros? That's a lot of money. Fiat 500 Riva edition. That's amazing. One of the nicest cars at the exhibition. Fiat 500 Riva edition. It's astonishing. just left the exhibition and I'm thirsty as hell because I didn't want to buy something to drink there, it's too expensive. And now back to the car. And then, I don't know, drinking, eating, dancing, a lot to do. And yeah, if you're Austrian and live nearby Vienna and you want to see some pretty nice cars, I would recommend it. If you already know all new models from 2016, it's not worth the money to get here because there is nearly no new model to see. Okay, some exceptions like Renault or Mercedes-Benz, but the real interesting models you are not allowed to sit in, you are not allowed to touch them. So how can you buy a car if you don't touch it? I don't know.